Mr. Al Gray, no account but headed to judgment anyway.
Mr. Gray, you have 5 minutes. Of course, you've been here before, you know that. And if you would state for the record your address. Thank you.
Al Gray, I'm 2573.
Would you speak into the microphone, sir?
I'm Al Gray. I'm 2573 Salem Church Road in Lincoln, Georgia. Mayor Davis and commissioners, thank you for the opportunity to speak. I never intended to return to this chamber, yet here I am. One should never say never, and that's borne out by the power of events that have shaken you, me, and the citizens of Augusta. No account but headed to judgment. Anyway, sounds like a sermon hearkening to passing into attorney that we all face. But as Mayor Copenhaver once told me, you ain't dead yet. Older folks used to have a description that was applied to crooked, lazy people. It was that they were, quote, no account. Your equipment gate scandal has assaulted the rule of law, not that this body, mayor, administrator, district attorney, or sheriff intended that consequence. That result grew out of the cronyism that's destroyed our protective institutions from Washington, D.C. on down. Accountants safeguarding our money throughout math. The lawyers forgot that nobody needs them if there's no law. The press lost objectivity and credibility, and pastors escorted the money changers into our temples, not out. Our protectors decided to become no account. At Commissioner Sias's last meeting, D.A. Payne was posed the question, is the rule of law dead? After all, the most powerful, revered man in Georgia politics had $2 million invested in banks and other financial institutions involved with drug money laundering, among other things. The legislature, 2 sessions back, turned banking crimes into legal actions in our mortgage fraud champion state, #1 in mortgage fraud for a while, 5 years running, I believe. Then there's Equipment Gate. What happens in Atlanta and Washington is not yours, but what happened in Lincoln County is fully on your account, but you want to be no account for that. Some of it comes from a misguided instinct to protect the defenseless, who are anything but that. Elements of this body and friends of the Mayor Pro Tem rallied to defend her last week after my parody video, but the fun poked at her soon will rain down over all of you. The rest of this body are protecting a nice lady administrator with the same instinct at about $187,000 per year and much power. She isn't defenseless either. She's responsible, in my opinion, for about 2/3 of this scandal. Now, 16 years ago, a sweet, attractive planning director out in Columbia County, supported by the full Columbia County Commission, who loved her to death, suddenly had to leave her position. Failures proved her plans flawed, deceptive, and outrageous to the no longer defenseless people. 2 weeks ago, we were walking with our dog Lily again. How this thing started. We came upon a flock of molting geese whose wings were of no account. They couldn't fly. Now, geese are mean, big, and can peck or wing whip a beagle. One ran out of the woods, but Lily caught it. That goose wing whipped that dog and then got into the water. Then crazy things happened. Lily jumped in and outswam the goose. And then it got crazier than that because the goose did something it's not supposed to be able to do, and that was to dive and swim away underwater. While that one was escaping, another goose ran out doing something even stranger. It ran low to the ground, head and all. It looked like a snake. It didn't want to be seen with its no-account wings. You are faced with the same thing. This body is confronted by the truth of this equipment gate. You must do the impossible, it seems to be for this body, for 6 months, and together rise to account before Augusta. Justice must be served and accountability restored. Former Director Johnson must be dealt with. In my opinion, this administrator must be phased out, her contract not extended, and a forensic audit of the landfill done. The consequences of the remaining third of this scandal resting with the Sheriff's Department are simply chilling. The sheriff must remove those involved and remove this conflict of interest by calling in the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Lady Justice has been dead in Augusta for so long, in the Bible it said that Lazarus stinketh. Well, Lady Justice seems to be stinking pretty bad too. It's time for a resurrection. Thank you.
Thank you.